What is going on, everyone? I am back with another video. Happy Monday. I hope you all had an amazing July 4th weekend. For today's video, I don't know what the title will be, but it has to do something about shipping out comic books. So we have sold some comic book bundles and single issues. So I have my books, issues 1 through 4. If you're new here, welcome. I do have a 4-book bundle available, but I told you guys we'll be less salesy, so less buy, and more just, show you guys what I'm doing, promote myself as an artist, writer, creator of my comic book series, all of that. So I want to more so be known for being an artist. So I am an artist first, and everything falls in line afterwards. So my web store is up. Everything will be in the description. But I just want to show you guys the process. And as you guys can see, we're back using the GoPro. There's something about this super view that I love so much. I can be all the way back here, and I can bring out my comic books and show them all in one, there's no crop or anything like that. I really love the GoPro, want to give it another chance, another try, but also I could not get my microphone connected last time. The audio is better now, which is cool. So I've changed some settings, did some firmware update, but we're using the GoPro Hero 10. Maybe we'll upgrade to the latest GoPro for better quality or the Insta360. But in the meantime, we have our comic books. This video will probably be about how to ship comic books, how I ship comic books. I mean, I wish I was documenting and YouTubing when I've sold over, 3,000 copies of my books. I could probably show, montages of that, but you guys know I'm just trying to get these watch hours up, trying to get monetized, so you guys can either buy my books or you can spend time watching my videos so, we can get that YouTube money. So I have my T-mailers, so this is what I use to ship out my books. Now, if there's a large influx of orders, then, we use Stay Flat mailers. So before on TikTok Shop, when I sold over thousands of copies of my comic books, folding T-mailers and doing everything on my own just took way too long. And also for anyone that, if you're selling comic books, for all my independent creators, sign, bag, and board your books ahead of time and then just leave them stored. So when orders do come in, you can just... All right, before we start anything, let's print the label out. So if we look to the left, that is my label printer. I use a Rollo printer. That is where I print all of my labels. I've been printing labels since 2018. It hasn't given me a single issue. All right, so labels printed. Now, before we ship anything out, let's look at these beautiful books. So we have issues 1, this is issue 3, 2, 3, and 4. Now, since I have the super view, I know we can see all of this all at one. So issue number 1, this is when I first started. I had no idea what I was doing. Everything was done on an iPad. I was a digital artist, and I decided to put this out into the world without knowing anything. TikTok Shop came about, posted a few videos, someone ordered a book. It went from 1 order to 100 to 1,000. So I've sold over 3,000 copies of issue number 1, but I felt like the people needed more, especially for the price point. Now, issue number 2, I hold this one near and dear. Let me show you guys a close-up of issue number 1. So, and the fact that I can't see myself sucks because I'm just, but this, we got the super wide angle. Now, issue number 2, we've sold around 1,200 copies. Amazing book. Learned a lot of lessons from issue number 1, from, the size of our thought bubbles, the font size, the consistency of, the text, better text fonts for issue number 2 and, moving forward. And also issue number 1 was extremely dark. So also, failing and learning that, you have to add a little more light to, your books because, with all this black, the colors might not come out the way you want them to. And for issue number 2, a lot more vibrant. Still did everything digitally, but I know the people needed more. And I had a lot to work on. I still have a lot to work on, from, anatomy, composition, backgrounds, perspectives. I feel like as an artist, you will always be a work in progress. And for issue number 3, I love this cover so much. Instead of doing everything digitally, we did everything by hand. So we drew everything traditionally, and we got everything colored digitally. Now, I did not do the coloring for the cover, but I did do the colors for the interiors, and I gotta say they came out very beautiful. So, and issue number 4, which is my favorite. Now, I did the colors for the cover, and I did everything else. The penciling, the inking, the coloring, lettering, all of the above. I did pretty much everything. Issue number 4, I love so much. I love this cover. I love this issue. I love my series. When you pick up these books, you will see where I have progressed. And you can see it right here. Looking at issue number 1, right? There's no detail. We're kind of going for that Hellboy / Sin City kind of look, that noir, but with color. No detail. Then we added detail in issue number 2. More detail, but by hand, using traditional tools. And then in issue number 4, we tried to blow issue number 3 out of the water. So right now we have 4 issues. Issue 5 will come out extremely soon. I will probably work on a series where I can do like a page of day, show you guys the day in the life of a comic book creator. But for right now, before I ship out these books to their respective owner, for people that purchase through my web store at deathclubcomics.com, I wanted to show you guys, what I have done. If anything, this video will show you that I can start something and I can finish it. This is what, just putting something out there, letting it suck, and then you worry about it being good later on. We're only 4 issues in, and we are just now getting started. But until then, let's ship this order out, and let's show you guys how I ship everything out. So I'm going to do everything, from my desk. Everything, like I said, the creative and the fulfillment. So right now, like I said earlier, we do everything on T-mailers. You can get them at your local comic book shop. Because of tariffs, these are a lot more expensive, so I will be going back to Stay Flats. And then sometimes, we have little duds, so I kind of have to like rip through them sometimes just to fold them. For all my new independent comic book creators out there, this will be very new and confusing to you, but it'll get simple over time. So usually we fold them like that, put the books nicely. And like I said earlier, to all of my independent creators, please, 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 and then always, I always add the packing slip inside. I don't want to show you guys the packing slip or what it looks like because, my address and everything is on there. So packing slip, and then we pretty much fold everything up. So yeah, I used to get these for $1, man, and then if you order more, obviously you'll get a pretty good deal. But they went up to $1.50. $1.50. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, wow, $1.50, bro. That's not breaking the bank. But everything adds up from, I don't care if it's a dime, I don't care if it's $1. It adds up. If you sell over thousands of books and they go up by $0.25, that's a lot of money. That is a ton of money. So anyways, this is what, will come in the mail. I have my books because we don't have any more books. So whoever ordered this book, I want to say thank you. First and foremost, thank you thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to anyone that will leave this video, purchase a book, and hopefully I can, you know, ship out your book and post about it. So I guess moving forward, I'm gonna treat this platform like how I did with TikTok. Basically, my claim to fame was, you know, filming myself shipping out books, and that's how I, you know, received more orders. I've never explained what my book was even about. People just loved my passion, and they kind of, you know, bought my books off of that. All right, I don't know how much time I have. The GoPro has overheated. Whatever. I don't know if anything saved. If it did, this video will be posted. I don't know how much time I have, but here are my comic books. We have 4 issues available. I'll be posting a lot more videos using this camera because I just love this super wide angle lens. But yeah.